Welcome to Formula World. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and here's what's on this episode. First up on Formula World, teams must sue the FIA. One piece of news that has embittered the F1 world recently has been Ferrari's secret agreement with the FIA regarding the 2019 engine investigations. The other teams haven't taken kindly to this and have been demanding answers. Former F1 chief Bernie Ecclestone gave his rather strong thoughts on the matter. The teams must sue the FIA. He went on to explain why such an action was warranted. It is about millions of dollars, which I think they are entitled to. If Ferrari was so innocent, why didn't they make the settlement with Jean Todt public? To me, that looks like a confession. He recalled his days of mediating such issues and feels that it is already too late to settle this amicably. There have always been fires that I had to put out as a fireman. In my time, however, it was always possible to find a middle way with the teams, the FIA and myself. Now that is too late. Renault team principal Cyril Abiteboul, however, wants to give the FIA a chance to explain the whole thing so that they all can move on. What we want is for the FIA and F1 to promote the reputation of the championship, to understand that they have to explain this story so that we can leave this case behind us. We want that, but we first need more certainty. It is important for us to know what led to this decision. We therefore do not necessarily complain about changing the outcome of their investigation, but to understand whether such treatment is also available to others. Cost cap won't be effective in 2021. One of the biggest talking points of the 2021 change in regulations is the introduction of a cost cap. This will limit the spending in a bid to reduce the gap between the big teams and the small teams in F1. However, there are some who are skeptical about the whole idea and feel that enforcing and policing this budget cap will be a problem. One way to at least temporarily circumnavigate the budget cap is to do as much R&D in 2020 itself before the new regulations come into force. McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown spoke about the regulation changes. I think it's a great first step. Brown also explained why such a cap is necessary. I think we're getting substantially outspent. If you look at the grid order, it pretty much lines up by who spends what. He, however, feels that only 5 out of the 10 teams will actually be subjected to the effects of a budget cap from the beginning itself. And when the cost cap comes in, I think you'll have 5 teams running at the cost cap, and therefore anything can happen within those 5. Those 5 teams are expected to spend in advance to get a head start, and Zak Brown laid down the possible timeline by which the field will actually level up due to the cost cap on spending. I do think it's going to take a couple of years for the cost cap to have much real impact, because people are going to be spending now for 2021. So I think it's going to be 22 or 23 before you see the real impact of the cost cap. Fast feed. Ferrari has announced their employees have been given permission to enter Australia. AlphaTauri team principal Jean Todt has revealed that they cannot wait until November to December for the 2021 gearbox from Red Bull and will need it latest by September so they can properly develop their 2021 car. F1 Managing Director Ross Brawn has confirmed that the race weekend at Bahrain will be closed to live spectators but will still go ahead as a televised event. He also feels that the deal with Netflix wasn't overly profitable, but it was fantastic for Formula 1 in terms of greater range. He further shed some light on facing the challenge of the coronavirus and confirmed that every sensible precaution is being taken to maintain the sport in the safest possible way. Renault driver Esteban Ocon feels that 2019 has certainly made him a stronger driver. Red Bull's Max Verstappen wants to fight for the title in 2020. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton considers being carbon neutral really key and important for his team. Ferrari team boss Matteo Binotto has revealed that the team comes first and that there is not much to tell his drivers about their intra-team rivalry. And F1 CEO Chase Carey has confirmed that F1 is heading to Melbourne, heading to Bahrain and heading to Hanoi despite the constant speculation. Will the cost cap help on-track racing? Be sure to vote in the poll by clicking the eye icon in the top corner of the video and letting me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.